All right, everyone. We are back with the next episode of the Raiders Rambles. I am Jolt, your chief host of the show. I know, sorry, it's been so long since my last appearance, and joining me as always is none other than my awesome co-host, Avira.
Hello. Marhaban and salam alaikum. It's so nice to have everyone back here. And yes, Jolt, you have been away going on various adventures, but hey, super awesome to have our esteemed purple squirrel back. Guys, this show is going to be absolutely freaking bonkers. Like the articles we have going on here, holy crap. I can't wait to get into them.
I know, it's almost as if sometimes I wonder if the title does it any justice, but
I mean,
sometimes it's
I
hard to choose.
we'll see. We'll see.
It's hard to choose, but honestly, though, I do have. You're not the only one I do have to thank. I do have to thank my always present interim host, Noble.
Good morning. And I'm going to change your clock so it is morning.
Oh, see, if you wanted to change, I would change my clock, but it's neither April nor October, so it's a bit late with that. But honestly, though, I do have to thank the both of you for holding the fort while I've been gone for a week, and I would have been here were it not for uh a save my ass sort of thing happening at work. But
Hey,
that's neither
that's
here
all
nor there.
good, buddy. You know, Noble does an amazing job with production and everything. And I'm your candy corn co-host to make sure everything goes smoothly. Yeah, man,
Yeah,
it was fine. It was fine.
yeah,
But I'm
of
so
course,
so awesome to have you back as always.
yeah, and of course I gotta thank our supporting cast for making the show what it is too. Cannot forget them.
Hmm.
And last of all, today we have on the panel Reverend Astral Wolf.
Hello. I
It's
hope
been a
you can
while
hear
since
me.
we've seen you last.
Yeah. Hope you can hear me. Yeah, you can hear me.
Yeah, 100%. Damn clear.
Awesome.
All right.
It's good to be
So,
back.
ooh, well, first things first. Quite a bit to start off how with the past. It's been a bit. It has indeed been an adventurous past week or so. But my story isn't going to be what's told today because I'm waiting for a couple of companions to join me with it. But it's your story that's going to be told today. So, and that is the story of Anthrocon.
Alrighty, groovy. So, for those of you who live under a rock, Anthrocon happened about a week ago. It's like the Fourth of July convention, basically, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So, one of the largest conventions in the world. I think it held that record for about a decade. I want to say it's kind of like up in the air between MFF and AC. But Jolt, do you know how many people came this year?
I don't believe I have the registration numbers like right off the top of my head. But what I do know is that it's just honestly, I think on the crown for biggest attendance numbers should go to Midwest Fur Fest.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that's a better con by any stretch of the imagination because they're both kind of up and down and stuff. But for the longest time, we all know Anthrocon has been the premier fur con for the
Oh
longest
yeah.
time.
Oh
Not
yeah.
not
Yeah. Of
since the
course.
last couple of years, but it's still big nonetheless. But
The only
as
thing
you
I'd
know,
have to ask, sorry, would be make sure to bring your shield when you walk in there with your cosplay equipment because reasons.
Yeah.
we'll get to that in quite a bit. Yes, but of course, but most and foremost, we have someone on the ground, that did attend Anthrocon, Astral. Well, this
For
is
the
your
most
story.
part, I mean, my back was hurt most of the time. Just you realize there was 17,600 in attendance.
Oh, see, that's what I was asking. I was wondering how many people were there. 17,000. Really?
17,600. There was 3,300 in the parade. If you're wondering why I still hurt, because I'm not a spring chicken anymore. You know, must have been a lot of standing around because, well, Thursday, it was so hot they brought everybody inside to line up for registration pickup,
Yeah.
and there was no signage as to where to go if you're like on-site registration, regular attendees, sponsor, super sponsor. So we stood in line for 2 hours with everybody commingled in the same line to find out that we could have skipped the line because we were a sponsor.
Oh goodness. Oh no.
But there were other people that stood in line for like twice as long. And
Yeah, like people, there have been people like even the news have been reporting on this. It's shocking because it is such a Pittsburgh thing now. Like they've so got whole Pittsburgh drumming for them.
I mean,
Even people in there have been waiting.
17,000 people is enormous. I think that's the largest number I've ever heard of. Even MFF, I think
also-
like last year they got like 14,000 or something like that.
In fact, even some people said, here's a case from the news.
Mhm.
Jahat Doyle said he waited 5.5 hours to get in, and after that, it was another 3 hours waiting in the turnstiles and everything like that. I didn't even make it through. I gave up. I walked out.
I almost started making the joke from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy to sit there and say, even though I'm not British, but I do know how to queue. Everybody remembers the scene from when he was at the Vogon planet and he had to stand in line. He's like, I'm British. I know how to queue.
Goodness.
Mm.
5.5 hours to get in. See, like, that is crazy.
It's at this point you'd hope that someone would learn how to, erect signs around a building, but unfortunately, reality bites.
Well, when you combine that with the sheer heat, the summer heat and all of that, then
So, Astro, what day did you get there? Were you on Thursday or Friday?
Thursday evening, like
Oh,
around
okay.
like 10 of 4, or 10 of 4, 10 of 4, yeah.
Hmm.
But instead they should have properly informed the volunteers who were helping out where to send people depending on what level of registration they had, because there was hardly any line for sponsor and super sponsor, right? And
Well, yeah,
the guy
that's
that
where
was
you're
going
supposed to
around
go.
there was a guy going around with a bullhorn. You couldn't understand what he was saying because of the acoustics in that room. Anthracon's been going on for 20 some odd years now. You think they would know how to do it by now, or at least have a plan B.
Do you think they anticipated it on it being this big? Because
Well,
that's a ridiculous increase, like just from last year.
and you know why it increased? Because they stopped enforcing the masks and the jabs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why. I know.
And here's another thing too: is next year, if the tax cuts expired, then there probably could be less attendance.
Still, you'd think that a place like this would have people management skills, but I guess they didn't hire any farmers.
Well, it's more if they understood logistics.
Yeah, and Anthrocon makes the city of Pittsburgh so much money. Like, you got 10,000 furs coming in from all over the damn world. I mean, they're spending their money all over the place. Like, it's crazy. It's a huge economic boom for the city. Like, that's why they love it so much. So, get some. I don't think this happened at the main hotel, but it was like one of the. I believe it's like one of the 11 or like 12 hotels that are associated with Anthrocon. Astral, did you hear about that whole sword situation? This happened on the 4th of July.
Yeah, it was like 2:30 in the morning or something like that.
Hmm.
I only heard about it through the news and a couple of posts in the message groups.
Yeah, it was on the news. And I think, this is Friday. So, con's just getting started, right? Holy bonkers.
Mhm.
In fact, it was insane that it even, it made it on the news. It happened like just after midnight, if the news was to go by.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have here a South Carolina man in Pittsburgh for the Anthrocon convention has been charged with attacking his friend with a sword. Oh, on Thursday. Okay, sorry, I was wrong. It was on Thursday. Inside a downtown hotel room. Officers were dispatched to the Wyndham Grand Hotel Commonwealth. Okay. A place across the point from State Park at 1 a.m. Thursday. Reports of a man bleeding in the hallway and screaming for help. My goodness. Officers found the victim in the hotel lobby and saw blood on the floor and walls of the room on the 5th floor in a criminal complaint, it said. Police arrested this individual here who's 26 years old from Greenville. Okay, I probably don't have to say that. Anyways, told he was swinging a sword. So, oh boy. This gets crazier because they were all actually roommates at Anthrocon. Medics reported that the victim had a severe cut, splitting his right pinky finger and damage to his bone. The man told medics that he would go to the hospital for his stitches. Yeah, no shit. This individual who did this also appeared to be injured with a scratch on his right cheek. Maybe the guy tried to fight back or something. Okay, a witness told the police that the victim and another man were injured. Yes, we know this.
Another man were in Pittsburgh for the annual Anthrocon or furry convention taking place downtown, the complaint said.
Right.
And
I want to get to the part where he yells, here we go.
Yeah, this is it.
Okay. So the men were getting ready to go to bed around 1 o'clock in the morning when witnesses told police that he heard this person yell, "Allah does not approve!" And then he left the bed to go grab a large black sword, and then he began wildly swinging at the man. The victim shielded himself, and Mr. Terrorist here struck him multiple times before the other two men could intervene. Holy bonkers, man. So he saw two dudes in a bed. Basically, this is a summation of the story here. He had four people in a room at a FurCon, all right? All guys. And he had two guys for one bed, two guys for the other. Two guys in one bed, they were dating before. And then that one terrorist guy, he just started yelling, "Allah does not approve," and then just started fucking attacking these people because he didn't like the gay.
Supposedly.
And now they both, the victim is getting help. And the
there's a lot of abstractions that we can draw out from this, or is it that furryism is inherently haram, possibly, that Allah does not approve?
I mean, I don't know what this guy was thinking. Well, first of all, to bring any weapons to like Anthrocon is not, approved of, obviously.
Let alone any con, because they have weapons policies and all that.
Right, but this was at a hotel that was connected to Anthrocon, but it wasn't the main hotel. So whatever. But what the fuck?
You want some more wild things I was hearing on the ground that you won't hear about in the news?
Oh, goodness, what happened?
Spill.
Okay, Avira, you've been to Anthrocon. You know how you got that walkway with the cascading waterfall to go underneath the road to get to the riverfront, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So the riverfront had raves and everything going on and all that.
Always, yeah.
I was hearing that there was, drug use, more than just weed going on down there. There was the whole riverfront. Apparently, there's spots where it's turned into public cruising.
Mm-hmm.
And there was also, because the new popular thing is something called a pet suit, which is a spandex suit in the design of your character, right?
Right.
Somebody who was not part of the convention attacked somebody who had a pet suit, shredded the pet suit. And I'm like, the guy didn't get thrown in the river?
Whoa, hold on. What the hell?
Yeah. Somebody got attacked at the riverfront.
Yeah.
And their pet suit was shredded.
So he ripped it off of him and just took a knife and fucking...
Yeah, or something like that, yeah.
What the heck? Why is that not on the news? I've never even heard about it. Who was
Because
that? Is he okay?
talk. I guess the guy's okay, but there was talk about it in the groups.
What the
On
hell?
top of hearing about it turning into a public cruising area on Twitter, like full on, like at Folsom Street, right?
Yeah.
And people snorting crack. Like, come
Oh
on,
my
that's a
god.
real good image. That's a real good image for furries to have.
I mean, I've seen a lot of shit like that happen over the years. Room parties and shit. But yeah, even on the waterfront too. I mean, everyone's smoking weed out there.
Yeah, but they're turning it into public cruising too, which don't we already have enough problems with people spreading stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Like the pizza incident.
But
Oh God, don't get me started on that.
nope.
I'm eating pizza, so stop. Jolt is over there shaking his head.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why must you do this? You're right. He's like, why? But it is actually a good representation of the absolute state of furrydom. If I'm being really honest, the whole people out there snorting and shit. And then also you've heard about somebody basically walking on the glass roof of Anticon.
Yeah, I saw that.
Whoa. Yeah, that's dangerous.
Yeah, and imagine that. The glass itself, in and of itself, probably isn't
Now,
exactly the best.
in regards to this article, or about this person who was apparently a Muslim furry and attacked people for the gays. Really makes me wonder, like, was this guy actually a furry, or like, why was he even there? Like,
Maybe the guys was probably in a relationship with somebody. I don't know. Maybe they're all they're all a bunch of friends.
I mean, maybe he just didn't like the gays. I mean, I don't. It was.
Maybe
I don't know, man.
Maybe Allah found it like absolutely haram because this is like, if we had like one of those memory TV memes, this is perfect. Like, by Allah, all of these animals are committing all sorts of things and fornication, and he will not have it.
Muhammad does not approve. Allah.
These are the same people that sit there and say that they're gonna feel safer being in Gaza.
No, you're right. This is the sort of thing that you would be right. Like, they'd feel safer in Gaza, and I'd be safer wherever it was I went. A couple of weeks ago, which is a story I'll tell in quite a bit.
Yeah.
But,
well, guys, I challenge you. Go on Twitter right now. Go find some like liberal furries, and then you'll find like they have the Palestinian flag in their bio. And then they have the Palestinian flag, and then they have like pronouns in their bio. She, they, them. It's like, okay.
So
they're supporting would no sooner throw them off of a roof strapped to a chair or stone them.
I'm curious whether or not Anthrocon will start happening to have police on site. Walking around.
I thought they typically do during the parade, at least, right? Because like the government of Pennsylvania, yeah, they do. They have like police, like they're the ones who set up the barriers. They close off the streets, for like an hour or two, like to direct traffic and shit. Yeah. I've been to Edmonton,
I'm more referring to the actual general running of the con, as well as security.
Oh, okay. Well,
that should do something to the drug use, I'd like to hope, or at least get a lot of people, getting a free trip.
Hold on. Last year, the furries were up in arms because Pittsburgh police was too much there.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah, they're because they were getting mad because the police were trying to clear out the convention center because there was other events going to be happening or whatever. And the police presence, this police. Oh my God, I hate the police.
Guys, that reminds me. Even the people, the furries that are local around Pittsburgh are complaining that crime is too high. All that stuff. They had their
Yeah.
fursuits and stuff stolen.
Yeah.
It's
Well, these are the same people that vote to defend the to defund the police. So you know what? Whatever. You reap what you sow.
Yeah.
I mean, Free for All was criticized because police were on the scene all the time. Like it was one of their headquarters. It was like one of their headquarters, man. Like they were always there. Of course they would be. And they're like, "How dare you support the?" It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like they were just there. Look at chill. And now that because you have an event here, a hotel, which is connected to multiple hotels. You got over 10,000 people that show up every year. Of course, you need some police. I mean, because someone is gonna fuck up somewhere. Some drunken idiot is gonna start a fight, or something's gonna happen, right? You always have to be prepared.
And if you got the
You
police,
got a couple of cops there at security. Fine, makes sense, right? I
The
don't know.
most police presence I saw all weekend were Allegheny Sheriff's deputies. Allegheny County Sheriff. I didn't see much. However, I did see a picture of Pittsburgh police officers enjoying taking their picture with a furry.
Oh yeah.
They were having a good time.
great, excellent, perfect. We should do more of that shit. Oh wait, no, people want to beat him with baseball bats or something. What the fuck is wrong with
no,
you?
man. I always love those pictures. Like whenever you see like military or police, like just having getting loose and just having fun, like taking pictures with furries. It's fun, man. It's like it humanizes them. It's like they're fucking people. So it's pretty cool.
I did see something where somebody in my group asked about tactical gear, and they were told, "Yeah, no, we don't allow tactical gear." Yet I saw a bunch of tactical gear on fursuits throughout the whole weekend.
Well, see, that's good. At least
Not
people who are
just-
normal are not enforcing it.
Not just for Topia PD costumes.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And you remember we had the same problem at Anther, New England. When they try to ban all the police furs, basically all the German Shepherd furs. You remember that? It was like 3 years ago. Yeah. Or no, it was right before the pandemic happened. The whole whatever. It's going on
I
a tangent
harken
here.
back to the quote from Men in Black 1. A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals.
Just like sheep.
Yes!
Yes. Anyways,
Yeah.
so Astral, overall though, would you say that Anthrocon was a positive experience? Like, did you have fun? I mean, like, did you go to panels and the dances and stuff?
I didn't go to I don't go to any of the dances or raves. My head can't handle any of that. My husband was going for his license upgrade for his ham license to general, and 4 that I know who are volunteer examiners they did a ham radio panel, which was going on before we were able to even get into the convention center. And then they had a testing session at 6. Norby studied his butt off all the way down, all 8 hours to Pittsburgh. We got there at 7 o'clock, an hour late. They said, "Yeah, we'll hang out and we'll do it," and everything. He passed. So now N3RBY is licensed as a general. So that's a positive. That is a positive. I think my overall positive experience was seeing friends that I haven't seen in a very long time. Because of circumstances beyond our control, under threat of being put in jail if you violated their orders, their illegal, unconstitutional orders. So, yeah.
That's kind of how I always felt like whenever I went back to FurCons. I'm like, oh, I haven't seen you since last year. It's like a reunion. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, other than the fact that I'm 39 and not 29, I have to remember that. By Saturday night, my back was in such pain just from the standing around. So many
Well,
people there.
the hours in line will. If the hours in line didn't do that to you, this walking in the parade in the heat probably would have.
And the parade was actually short. They actually started the parade in one of the halls because the dealer's den is now huge. Used to, Vera, you remember, they would have one hall would be the lineup for the parade and the group photo, and then the other hall would be the dealer's den and artist alley and everything. It is now combined.
Whoa, wait a minute. So both of those hangars are now for the fucking dealer's den? How did they double that?
Hall A and Hall B are now all in one for the dealer's den and the artist alley. So you're going underneath that footbridge. Hall C, which is adjacent on the other side of Hall B, on the west side of the building, was where we lined up for the parade.
Oh, okay, but wasn't that the hall where we would go to after the parade, and like we would all go down there to like cool off and shit?
I don't remember.
Yeah, because it was the main dealer's den. Like if you're going towards the elevators, it's like on your left side, left hand side, and then the other one is like where we lined up. So now those two are both combined, and I think the other one, the larger one you're talking about, is when we come back from inside, and then we go through this other exit. And there's like this other hangar. Yeah, so now you're all lining up there. So what do you do like after the parade? Like there's nowhere to go back inside and cool off. Like you got thousands of people, 3,000 people in the parade.
Yeah, we went out that door to the right, past where they used to do registration pickup along the big windows along the river, right?
Mm-hmm.
Downstairs, outside, underneath, walked out towards the intersection of Duquesne and or whatever it is there, right in front of the Westin, right? Looped back around and then went into the downstairs hall, which I guess is Hall E or something, where they were doing the queuing line for registration pickup. And that's where the parade stopped and everybody sat down, got the drinks, cooled off and everything. So it was a relatively short parade compared to what they've done previously. And there was no group photo.
No, stop it. What do you mean?
They were lining people up in the hall for the parade, which we stood around. Okay, so parade lineup started at noon. And the parade didn't actually kick off until 1400. We didn't get there until 1 or so.
Okay.
And then our line didn't actually start moving until almost 1430.
Oh my goodness, you had no group photo?
I don't think there was a group photo taken. And by the way,
Jude, you would know if there was because back. I mean, you've been at Anthrocon obviously many times. When we line up in the freaking hangar, of course, they say, "Oh, we're doing a panoramic. Like, stand still for like 10 minutes straight, and then that's what you got to do."
Now get this. You know how Uncle Kage always stood up on the mezzanine, barking the orders, drunk off his ass with the bullhorn. He wasn't doing that this time. They actually sent him out with a red vest to put him to work. He was out getting everything ready for the parade and everything. People took pictures and posted them on X and all that. And then he was standing by the escalators telling people don't jump up and down on the escalators or lean too hard on the railing because it'll shut off. That safety mechanism, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're actually putting the man to work. I guess that's a good thing because if he's working, then he's not drinking.
Yeah, and he's actually like managing the con he's supposed to be managing. I mean, in other ways than you know what I mean. There's a lot of business and bureaucratic paperwork and shit that has to be done, but still, at the end of the day, I mean, like, hey, if you're there, it's like
the man is almost 60, and he looks like he's pushing 75 because he drinks so much.
Did you get to see him at the con? Like, did you talk to him at all?
No, I didn't talk to him. I walked by him on the escalator.
All right.
Going down the escalator. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but he looks so much older now.
Well, stress can do that. Stress and alcohol will do that.
Yeah. I don't
Anyways,
know.
I think
we
we
had a
should
good.
probably
Yeah, but
head on to our next article here.
as a last sort of question though, was it something that would you still put Anthrocon as a to do as a to do list, even if all things considered?
For now, yes. They haven't really done anything to make me not want to go back. But if it gets any bigger, first of all, I don't know how the heck anybody be able to get a room. I
Right,
had
like
all I
if
had to do to get a
if the
room.
attendance figures hit like what 20,000, then
Oh.
yeah,
Well, I get in when I get in. I get in when everybody of the sponsor gets it. I couldn't get any of the good hotels. We were almost going to stay with somebody in the Homewood Suites at $500 each for all 4 nights. Luckily, a
Yikes.
friend of ours had a room in the Westin, so it was $500 for the both of us. But even then, I think some of the hotels, especially the Westin, is taking advantage of the situation a little too much. I
but
know the economy and everything, but still.
but furries are willing to shell out. They're not exactly known for fiscal prudence.
Yeah. Somebody posted it that they took their student loan to buy a fursuit.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like even a TikTok was being shared around how much money you're gonna spend at the dealers then and shit.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, that's
Furries.
funny. Well, but alas, this is the time to move forward from Anthrocon. We've got a couple other pretty neat pretty neat stuff to look at. Something that your inner furry will just really, really rejoice with. Away from all this whole thing, something that's so amazingly wholesome. First and foremost, we have a new expansion set for Magic the Gathering, which was announced months ago, and I'm like, how did we miss this? And I'll actually even show you. And to really top this off with, we have a trailer to watch. And I think you'll really appreciate the.
So this was submitted by Magic the Gathering official. Can make it a little bit bigger.
We might have trouble with copyright if you do that.
No, not if I as long as I don't share it through YouTube, then it should be right.
Okay, that looks like Wind in the Willows sort of thing.
Wow, look at this animation, man.
I like it.
It is. You're right. It's reminiscent of old cartoons, Wind in the Willows, Watership Down, Redwall animated series, American
I was about
Tail.
to say Redwall.
Exactly. You read my mind.
I mean, damn, look at this. Oh, with the
Redwall.
lighting behind them. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is on the cinematography. Oh, it's the swords.
Wow.
Man, this is so cool.
So they've had to dig deep and try and expand Magic the Gathering by going for the animals.
Well, they lost a lot of fans when they decided to go woke and get rid of the offensive cards. So
Oh God.
now I guess they're trying to target furries. Oh, but look at this. What? See, this doesn't look like a commercial to me. This looks like a pilot for like a new series.
You're right.
Mhm.
Like, oh, who's the frog character? Who's the otter? Oh, they're fighting against a dragon. Oh, hell yeah! Look at this. Oh, this is amazing. Wow.
I wonder how much they spent on this.
So when's this movie getting released on Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
apparently it says on the post, MPG Bloombarrow is available everywhere August the 2nd.
Wow.
this is so cool.
This is kind of like, it's really leaning on the late 30, early 40 somethings that grew up with stuff like An American Tail, Redwall, yeah,
Well, at the end of the day, though, this is actually a commercial for Bloomborough, because the
Yeah.
mouse characters and like the rats, like that's a staple of this. They have the frog wizards, the dragon, and you saw that like forest elk,
Yeah,
whatnot. Yeah.
it
So
seems to be like a
these are
sort
all
of
going to be characters in the new
combined thing.
card packs that the new set's going to be releasing.
Yeah, and look, yeah, like I know it was announced way back, and we missed this in February, and yet now it's
Yeah,
resurged.
yeah. How did we miss this, Jolt? What the heck? Look at this. I mean, it looks a lot better now, but my goodness.
The one in the middle is reminding me of the main character from Redwall.
Exactly, you know, Fire Sman, the Warrior. Oh my goodness, yes, I could list a lot of names, and yet,
I'm
like,
just
don't you
looking
just
at this.
love the aesthetic and the art style? Just look at.
Oh, man. Look at the one on the left. It looks like the raccoon guy or like the badger, I think. It almost looks like a giant skull. Or like a face.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, what it says here? Welcome to Valley, the bucolic and vibrant home to the animal folk of Bloomborough, Magic's first all-animal plane. It's a place where big adventures await even the smallest who are bold, inquisitive, and heroic, while those with a more homespun and peaceful yearnings to enjoy the tranquil life. So it
I
is
I swear to God, someone who works at Hasbro or works at Magic the Gathering, like Wizards of the Coast, like they're a furry, and this is like their fantasy coming true, for sure.
Yeah,
That, or they saw the Olympic thing and how popular it was in Australia. So,
Oh yeah, with the
yeah.
kangaroo coins and everything. Yeah, that was cool.
I'm still holding on to them, man. I still miss them. And meanwhile, for the Paris Olympics, we don't get any of that sort here, any of that promotional material. I'm disappointed. I am disappointed.
Just the style, the shading. This is really well thought out.
It is. I mean, not only just like well thought out. I mean, just the aesthetic, man. Like it really
Yeah.
immerses you in this world. It's
It's
freaking beautiful.
100%. It is really that cozy fairy tale sort of aesthetic right there. 100%. But peace is endangered in Valley as the delicate balance of nature is threatened, and the elemental calamity beast and the great night owl imperil the lives of its inhabitants.
Ooh.
The animal folk will have to band together to defend their homes. Yeah. It's no surprise that everybody seems to want to enjoy using the wolf as a symbol of, and that's great.
I wonder what they're going to do with the fox.
Who knows? Led by Mabel, a mousefolk mother and reluctant hero, a party will strike out to investigate what has befallen a neighboring town.
Oh, and they even have the little flowers on their cloak. Oh, that's so cool.
Nice. Little dragon.
Yeah.
So this might be a new plane of Dominaria. All the furry folk.
Yeah. And oh my goodness, yes.
Oh
Right.
boy.
They put a big
That
boy
badger
badger
don't
in there.
care. That badger looked like he don't care.
Hmm.
I wonder if they're going to start going down the whole, what was that franchise called again that they screwed over 3 Ways from Sunday?
There's a lot of them. Be more specific.
Joel, you like going to the sites in New Zealand?
The Hobbit.
Yep,
Lord of the Rings.
that's the one.
Yeah.
Galadriel. Oh man, this is some cool art.
Yeah.
It is. It's not gonna lie. This is the sort of stuff that makes me want to just go off and buy the whole, buy those card packs just for the sake of having furry art.
Oh, I'm totally gonna buy all the card packs as soon as it's released on August 2nd. So we still got some time
Um,
here.
you sure you want to support like Magic the Gathering at this point?
No, okay. See, that's the thing, man. Not really. Not really. After all the crap that they've done, after how badly woke they've become, no. But some of the art's kind of cool, and
I would just get high resolution scans of the cards themselves and get them printed at like a
and
photo
then just
lab.
like proxy them, right? Yeah.
Right. Or I mean, heck, wouldn't this be the case also if your friend, remember Brian, would actually was responsible if he was still around and he was responsible for some of the art? Sure, I might support it.
Oh,
But
well, yeah. Magic banned
Yeah.
one of his paintings because it was too offensive. They banned the entire card. What the crap?
Oh,
I'm still
that's
sitting on a
something.
large-
Yeah, you remember that,
Here's a
right?
question.
Oh,
Here's something.
what?
10 years from now, which of these cards are going to get banned? Sorry, for being problematic.
that's a good question.
See, that interesting. I'm hoping in 10 years we get past this whole problematic woke bullshit, but
Oh,
maybe
God.
if we don't, I mean, which ones would be banned? I don't know. Huh. Mountains are offensive.
Yeah, but
They're too big. Everything should be equal. They're too tall, damn it. Crush the mountains. I'm offended.
Now wait a minute. Hold on. What does it matter? Because in 10 years you're going to own nothing and be happy.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and I better not see any mountains around here. I tell you what.
See, I'm still sitting on a large stack of Magic cards that I bought back in 1997.
Mhm.
Yeah, groovy.
And you know what? They did do something with the foxes.
Oh,
I
that's
like
so
that.
cool.
Really? Oh, there we go.
Okay,
That's almost
you know
like
what?
Jace, but in fox form.
No, you know what that reminds me of? The color's off, the design's off a little bit. It reminds me, if you've ever played Hexen, which was the sequel to Heretic on DOS, that kind of reminded me of the mage character.
Oh, okay,
I
interesting.
don't know if you've ever played Hexen.
Nope.
Ah,
I thought it
was
was
a
more
good
like a throwback to one of Jace, like the Planeswalker, who had like that kind of spirally, bright blue smoke
Oh,
magic. You know who I'm talking about. He's like one of the big ones. So it kind of looked like him a little bit, only in fox form.
I just cannot get enough of the whole key art of even the booster packs. It's like it's just hard to make you want to throw the packs away.
Right? Like the art is so cool. I know, man. Right? Like I would keep the box too.
And like
why
Oh,
did they have to go
man.
woke?
This
Why
is
did
a
they have to
good
go
set,
woke?
I have to say. Now I'm
Yeah.
hoping it's not woke. I mean, I kind of want to play with these. I don't know. I would make
I
like a free
question-
deck.
I question how much the boxes are going to go for used.
Well, if you bought the boxes like unsealed and then you waited like 5 years, they would probably like triple in price. So it might be a good investment, honestly. This is not financial advice, by the way. I'm just saying that's probably something that I would do.
You
like,
know, with the whole thing
Buy a
that people,
couple and put them in the closet and forget about them, and then
yeah.
we'll
Well,
see.
considering that people did get rich off Pokemon cards in the COVID days, then
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
worth a shot.
Yeah, when it totally blew up with the internet age and
Bro,
became super fucking
I
popular.
think you're gonna love this though. This is the starter decks. Look at the art and all that.
Oh, that raccoon.
Oh
So
my!
A necromancer.
Wait a
Make
minute!
do smash.
Wait a minute! Family Matters. The artwork on that kind of looks like a play on Alan O'Dale, the narrator from Robin Hood.
Oh,
The
cool.
animated Robin Hood. The animated Robin Hood. Remember?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make offspring go wide. Family matters. Cool. And this.
Oh my!
Oh, I see the squirrel.
Yes, squirreled away. I knew Jolt would be excited about this. Now, if you remember, Magic the Gathering, they had something called an unset, and they had squirrel tokens. like you can summon an army of squirrels. It was actually kind of awesome. They had like squirrel decks.
Oh
That
my.
would be fantastic with this guy.
Yeah.
And he's also harnessing purple magic, so I'm sure Jolt is just, creaming his pants right now.
Oh, I'm Cuban. I'm
He is absolutely
Yeah, yeah.
speechless.
This is cool, man. It is.
Oh wait,
As much as Hasbro's fucked up, I don't know.
Wait, no, I think I just got a seismic alarm from the other end of the world.
Oh.
Oh shit.
We pushed the correct buttons for Jolt here.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, dude. Despite all this and all, what you can say whatever you want about Wizards of the Coast, Magic the Gathering, and all that, but you know what? I might throw money at this.
Yeah, exactly my assumption as well.
Exactly.
Wait, no.
Not for the art, then for the then for the squirrels.
Of course. I was actually interested in when the last one they released, like one of their promos was the Lord of the Rings one. Like that looked pretty cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it was kind of woke, unfortunately. I mean, it wasn't like terrible. It seems like they're getting better, and especially with this one. I mean, man, having that fox wizard.
As long as they do good with the artwork and good with the content of the cards, and not keep going down the woke, that might actually bring them back.
Yeah, that seems to be what we're looking at. So
I mean,
seems
that
like
artwork was
they've
really good.
realized.
It just all the fantasy world vibes with that, you know. You got Robin Hood, you got Lord of the Rings, you got Redwall, you got all of that, all that wrapped up, and good artwork too.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, it's something. It's so crazy.
A
speaking
squirrel
of which-
commander deck. That would be legendary.
Yes. This is a little bit of a funny one too. Like that there's a meme being passed around. Let's do it for the sake of time and all that. Choose your fighter.
Oh goodness. Okay.
A lot of British themes going on here.
Indeed, a lot of British stereotypes and everything else.
I'm protesting this one that says mushrooms, mushrooms. That should be a badger. the old badger.
Mushroom. Yes, of course. that was my first thought too. And I was looking around for a badger. There is a badger here. He's in the middle right.
Blue
Blue collar, always fixing everyone's shit. Yeah, you know what? That kind of sounds like me. Okay. You know what? Hey, I got it. It's good. I also love the raccoon though.
Incredible fighter. Takes everything too far.
Yeah, that's me.
Sure.
Totally.
I do so love how they portray the squirrel. Plays music even though everyone wants him to stop.
But it's a good song. No, it's not. Everyone hates it.
Another play off of Alan O'Dale.
That's basically the expansion pack in a nutshell. Though, although we're missing a lot of things, including foxes, otters, lizards, and all that.
Oh yeah, where's the frog? With
Maybe
the hat.
magical, maybe just spooky.
Too old for this shit, but not nowhere else to be. That's that chickadee.
some extra tea and extract can fix that. Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know,
hello. Hip, hip.
that chickadee is so much the feels right now. Too old for this shit, but got nowhere else to be.
Well, he's got a
Damn, I
lantern,
can
right?
relate.
That's cool.
Yeah.
God damn, what would we be, huh? Oh, what would we be?
Yeah, I would definitely be the raccoon.
You gotta
They'd be
find
like,
people
they'd be like, hey, Avera, it's drizzling outside. No, it's not. It's a fucking storm. Don't you see all the rain? Like, fucking chill. It was just a drop. Yeah, it's a drop of water. You know what water does? It floods.
Yeah, right.
Plus,
I don't know.
raccoons are cute.
If I'm being honest with myself, I could probably be the whole some tea and extract could fix that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, oh, it's all good. Please do, sir.
Somebody
Have some
might
tea. It's
actually
fine.
think I'm like this this blue jay or whatever. Reads a lot of theory. No one knows what the fuck they're even ever talking about. I used to get that a lot when I was growing up.
Oh yeah, he probably like has a philosophy degree and he's trying to like quote Plato or something.
Too much book smart, not a lot of street smart.
I am a blue jay, but what is blue?
Oh God.
Yeah, I can see that. He's holding that little stick like he knows what's up. Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. So yes, to sum it all up though, August the 2nd. Look out for Blue Morrow. That's what I gotta say. So what you want? But you know what? I'm getting the sets. I'm getting the deck.
I am too.
Might be. It definitely looks
Yeah,
like it's worth
I am.
purchasing.
I have like a bunch of my unset cards that are like squirrel related. So if I'm able to pull or if I can get the like the legendary squirrel guy, yeah, I'm totally gonna make an EDH deck of
I
squirrels.
gotta pull out the ones I have because I kept a few from long ago. Figure out which ones I decided to keep and which ones I decided to turf to the side.
Anywho, speaking of that and some merchandise and runs and all on everything very very related to that, we have a story of Power World is continuing their expansion and they're into the mix now. So it's really happening now. You know the game that everybody kept saying about, oh, it's too funny. Why did you give Pokemon guns and all that? It still just keeps growing and nothing seems to want to be able to stop it. In fact, they've just announced a couple of new partnerships with Sony Music Japan and Aniplex for yeah to to expand on the whole universe.
So anyone out there who thought Power World was going to be like a one hit wonder is sort of like wrong. This thing's continuing.
Yep.
Yeah, I never actually did think it was going to be a one-hit wonder because they did put a lot more effort than like most of those indie kind of knockoff games do.
Yeah.
Well,
Power World
initially,
got super popular very quickly. So once they have a lot of money, they can actually instead of taking the money and run, they've used it to invest and build the game even better.
They made freaking what $300 million in just mere days.
Yeah,
a lot of
that's
lo-
unprecedented. That's crazy. I'm sorry.
a lot of
Go on.
people forget that when Pokemon started, it wasn't like initially considered to be the biggest thing. It was just a game they were going to shove out and then be like, yeah, whatever. And it just took off. So Power World is sort of in that first like maybe 4 or 5 years of Pokemon.
It's definitely on the upwards trajectory. So if you invest in Power World now, you're still probably going to make a lot of money. Just saying.
Well, they're gonna make a lot of money. Power's gonna keep growing and growing. It is still in early access, but they have announced and they did come through with a new update. And now, with the whole Sony Music Entertainment, what could we possibly see? A Power World anime, a Power World movie, a Power World TV series.
I mean, if that would be interesting. Now, I think Noble had a good point here when he said it's still kind of like in its early stages. Like if you compare it to Pokemon, now we don't really like doing that, but let's say if we do, right? So Pokemon was not super popular, like when it first started off and everything, but once the game started going, once it became popular, like to collect like the whole anime series, I think right now it's kind of now it's like the 2020s. So you start off with a game and then you can build on that. I think if they were to like make maybe I hate to say like a Netflix series or something. Maybe not Netflix, maybe something better. But they made like a or like YouTube series maybe, like characters and stuff. I don't know.
You're almost thinking like the when Digimon started.
Yeah, kind
They
of.
started, yeah, and then we were first introduced it in anime form.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was kind of a latecomer to Pokemon. I think I got into it when towards the middle range of when the Game Boy Color was coming out. Because I didn't have an
Yeah,
original Game Boy. I got into it with
yeah, it
the
was a
Game
bit
Boy
late on that
Color.
end, but when I first there, like when I was like we like 6 years old, I first saw the cartoon. Yes, that's when I got into Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Now and yeah,
Okay.
It
So
started
I'm
becoming a
curious,
family watch.
has there been any show about the plushies they're going to be selling?
oh yeah, actually, Aniplex is actually taking care of that. They're actually hosting a gift fair in Shanghai, and now it's happening. You're gonna see this now. You're gonna love this. Voila, official Palworld merch.
Okay. Why does the one on the left look like a knockoff Eevee?
Yeah.
Am I
Oh,
wrong or like?
dude,
Come
dude,
on.
you have no. If you said knockoff Eevee,
Yeah.
Palworld's got you, man. They just, you know what,
I
Palworld,
thought it was Meowth.
yeah,
Oh, Meowth. I mean, okay. It just looks like a Pokemon to me.
yeah.
I mean, okay.
It is a thing. But if you want knockoff Eevee, Palworld says hold my beer.
Oh, jeez. Is that? Oh, what the hell is that on the right? What's that Pokemon?
Chillet.
It's one of the original 150.
Oh, what
Oh,
Dragonair?
one of the one that looks like a seahorse almost.
Yes. Well, yeah. No, it
Tegra?
has like a turtle back, and it's like
Oh,
neck
Lapras.
is looking up.
It's
I think so.
no. I mean, yes, Palworld has its own Lapras-like thing, but it's
Okay.
not a Lapras. But it's generally not Lapras. Like no copy paste. But this is something
No,
different.
it's not.
Like
It's different for sure.
this is like a ferret. This is
All right,
Oh, okay.
I've got a comment I want to put up on screen. So
yes.
Oh, yeah?
Gillette is so cute. Ah!
Chillet. Yeah, it is cute. He's a little water noodle.
Exactly.
Now the middle one kind of looks like I don't know, angry Lucario.
No,
Now,
Lucario.
this
It's a newer Pokemon, but yeah, it's not Lucario.
this is really something I like to see. So you don't have a positive expression, you don't have a happy expression, you don't have something that's cheerful. It's like, all right, fuck it. I love it.
Exactly, and then even so many people who picked up Palworld and like they literally flopped over and gravitated to Depresso because it's like Depresso is my spirit animal. I can dare, I'm eternally depressed. And
I am tempted to buy this one purely for the expression.
I know.
Yeah.
Like it's just so funny. Like whenever people saw, what the animations for Depresso mining, everyone was like, "That is so me at work." Like God forbid, though, there is one thing you probably if you did play Power, there is one thing you probably wouldn't want to do is like watch and see what the Depresso does when he jumps into a hot tub.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he dives himself like face down, and he's like, "Depresso, are you trying to drown yourself?"
Oh, this is cute.
Yeah.
Seriously, it looks like the 3 starters to Pokemon.
Stop! I didn't want to say it, but yeah, it's cute. Yeah, whatever.
It's
So
like
are these the only 3 they have so far?
so far, yes.
Okay.
Oh no, I just got a bad idea of someone making a ROM mod of it with the Power creatures. And these being the 3 starters.
So, but in all that sense, though, like, yes, I know I might throw money at it for a Power plushie. It's so tempting. But let's think for a minute. Like, let's ask the most important thing too. Like, if we let's say we have our dreams come true, and we get the Power World anime TV series thingamabob. Like, what kind of thing do you expect it to go like? Because Power World is so zany that they can have guns and shit for real.
I would hope that they'd keep the guns until like season 3.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just can't.
So would this be a kids cartoon or more like an Adult Swim kind of situation?
If they make it a kids' cartoon, then they're spoiling the actual franchise.
All right, so adult cartoon it is.
Cartoon it is.
Well, some
Now
of the pals, considering, are not exactly, PG-13.
Oh, jeez.
So it'll
I
be
mean-
the after 11 o'clock Adult Swim, not the 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
Exactly. I mean, this
Yeah.
is exactly they did Squirrel with a gun before the game Squirrel with a gun could even come out. Just saying.
Yep.
But no, you are right. Like, it really could be like a PG rated anime at the very least. There's no getting around that. It's just... Because it just explores some insanely dark. It explores some dark themes. That's why. And it's not afraid to do so. So yeah, there you go. What do you guys think? Like, would you totally be down to watch it?
Definitely.
Yeah, probably.
We could all get lucky and they could go sort of like the Bluey sort of thing, but yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, could be. That's another possible way of doing it, though. Depends on what style anime they do go with. But yeah. But apart from that, though, whew, wow, what a week, what a vibe. This is such a trip. Dude, I love this. I love it. Like, this week is just, I love it. So, without any further ado, who'd like to make a quick little closing summation of this week?
I would like to go first. So, to start off with, the whole Anthrocon thing, when are we not going to have drama from one side or the other when it comes to a furry con like this? Just really?
Seems like it's the question of the year that we're all trying to answer.
I don't even think God has an answer to that.
Magic the Gathering probably waited a little too long to try to, get a positive spin on their community, but let's see if this allows them to come back. And then Power World. Well, it seems like someone's gone there. They've gotten their nice little cash cow now, so let's support them with that because they're actually doing things properly and not dicking around so much.
Mm-hmm.
Astral, how about you?
Other than Anthrocon was good for me, at least. I was unaware of both happenings with Magic the Gathering and Pal World. And yeah, other than watching that press conference last night, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
We shall be in for interesting times ahead.
To say the least, absolutely. Absolutely. And Avira.
Well, well, guys, I think we learned a very valuable lesson. Clearly, Islam, or I'm sorry, Allah does not approve of furries. You keep your gayness away from us. Anyways, that was actually one of
Holy
the most
haram!
bonkers stories I've ever heard. Like for real, that was crazy. You know, so far, knock on wood or whatever, like you don't actually hear about too much dangerous, attacks happening at cons. But this one was actually kind of spooky. So just I don't know, be careful. I mean, like who you room with. I don't know if these guys knew who this person was or whatever, but that was nuts. So just holy holy bonkers, man. Just be careful. Yikes. Anyways, when it comes to Pal World, I would actually be looking forward to maybe like a YouTube short series or something. So something to kind of like get more people into the whole universe and everything. Get to know some characters and stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool. And aside from that, I hope everyone had a great holiday last week. And I shall see you next time.
Indeed,
What do you think,
indeed.
Phil?
Hope you guys had, a great Independence Day and all of that. And, my holidays may be over, but, that's never the end of it. That's never the end of the stories that we all will have share. So, as always, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this as much as we did making this and exploring the many, many worlds and stories we've gone through. And as always, our episodes are available on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, Play.fm, iHeartRadio, BitChute, and more further down the line. Well, what a week to go with, alright? So, that's all we've got for this week. Until then, until next time.
Salam.
Bye.
Bye bye.